Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to place in records about the wonderful events that I was part of and some of the wonderful things happened in the territory over the last couple of months. I would first like to acknowledge the member for Goida for highlighting last night the wonderful work of paving the way NT and the difference they have made at the home of rugby, TRL Stadium. As Minister for Sport and Disability, I would also like to sincerely thank Melanie and Terry Moore and everyone involved in this terrific community effort. By creating an accessible pathway between Field 1 and Field 2, they have made sure that everyone from people with disability to seniors, parents with prams, and young families can enjoy the game together. This is territory spirit at its best. People seeing a need, stepping up, and getting it done. My heartfelt thanks to the Paving the Way NT for their generosity, compassion, and the leadership in making sports more inclusive for everyone. Madam Speaker, I also rise to talk about the many multicultural events and meetings that I have been privileged to attend since our last parliamentary sittings. I was honored to join the Catholic Diocese of Darwin's Eucharistic procession as part of the Jubilee of Hope, along with member for Port Darwin. The streets of Darwin came alive with faith, culture, and community, with parishes carrying banners, groups in traditional dress, and a true spirit of unity, a moving celebration of pilgrims of hope in our Jubilee year. It was an honor to attend the Shilayan's Mahapuja Vidhi foundation stone laying ceremony on behalf of the Chief Minister for the BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir in Darwin. At the ceremony, I took part in laying the foundation bricks on the land in which the temple will be constructed. This was a significant moment for the BAPS community, and I thank Member for Port Darwin and Member for Casuarina for being there and being actively part of that event. I also would like to thank Kedan Patel and Anand Panchal and the team at the BAPS for the special invite and to have a grand celebration of that. Mr. Deputy Speaker, it was a pleasure to attend the Football Multicultural Cup NT 2025, a fantastic event promoting men's well-being through sports. I was delighted to support an inclusive and positive initiative that brings our community together. Thank you to Edwin and all the volunteers from Multicultural Council of Northern Territory. It was a fun evening joining the Vietnamese community at the 2025 Lantern Festival at the Darwin Waterfront. The evening was filled with color, culture, and community spirit, from children's lanterns and laughter to families sharing traditions across generations. Thank you to President Anna Dam and Vice President Ben Nguyen and all the Australian Vietnamese Family Association for bringing this beautiful celebration to life. I thank Member for Port Darwin and Member for Karama for being there and celebrating the special occasion with the Vietnamese community. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I was honored to join the Hindu Society of Northern Territory for the grand reopening of the Hindu temple, marked by the Kumbhabhishekam consecration ceremony. It was a vibrant and spiritual celebration led by President and Founding Secretary, Mr. Sabaraknam Prathapan, and a proud moment for the community. I thank Member for Karama for being there and representing the Chief Minister and handing over a plaque to the community. And thank Member for Casuarina and Member for Wanguri for being there. I thoroughly enjoyed the music tribute to the legendary S.P. Balasubramaniam at Ilaya Nila Isai Kuru concert at CDU, with incredible performance by Keshav, Rajkumar, Sanvi, Sanjeev Patel, Girish, Padmaja, and Dr. Sadbir Ulak, and many other talented local artists. It was a wonderful event. Local talent entertained with Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi, Telugu, and Kannada performances celebrating music from our Indian community. Thank you to Rajkumar and team at Ilayanila Isaikuru Darwin. It was great to attend the Miss Multicultural NT High Tea for Women with Member for Brennan, Member for Port Darwin, and Member for Wanguri. The Miss Multicultural NT initiative is dedicated to empowering women from diverse cultural backgrounds that live here in the Northern Territory. I look forward to attending the coronation ceremony at the end of November. Mr. Deputy Speaker, a big thank you to everyone who joined us at Parliament House for the Yogan Satyanathan Multicultural Awards. It was a privilege to open Parliament House and welcome so many esteemed guests as we honored Yogan's legacy of service and commitment to multiculturalism. Since 2017, the Multicultural Council of the Northern Territory has carried on this tradition. It was inspiring to see individuals and organizations recognized for their contributions to building an inclusive, harmonious community. My thanks to all nominees, supporters, and attendees for making this a special celebration of Yogan's enduring impact. I thank Member for Berkeley, Member for Port Darwin, Member for Fanny Bay, Member for Karama, and Member for Wanguri for being there to support and congratulate winners and finalists. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I was humbled to represent the Northern Territory government alongside Member for Wanguri at the Jervois Park to pay tribute to the young lives tragically lost and the thousands injured in the recent devastating events in Nepal. We stood together with the Nepalese community in mourning to offer our deepest condolences and to reaffirm our government support and solidarity during this painful time. Being far from loved ones in moments of grief is never easy. The vigil reminded us of the strength of community, the importance of compassion, and the deep connection Territorians feel with their families near or far. To everyone affected, we are with you. May those who lost their lives rest in peace, and may healing begin for the families and friends who carry their memories forward. I thank the President of Nepalese Association of Northern Territory, Pratibha Devkota Sharma, and Sanjeev Gokhale, President of NRNA-NT, for bringing the community together during this difficult time. It was a wonderful evening representing the Chief Minister to celebrate the Durga Puja with the Puja and Cultural Association of the Northern Territory. The performances, food, and warm hospitality beautifully reflected the spirit of tradition and togetherness. I thank Member for Brennan and Member for Casuarina for being there and celebrating with the community. Thank you to Dr. Swadhin Paul and Deborah Broto Roy and the entire Puja and Cultural Association of Northern Territory team for putting together this event. I visited the Kaima Temple, Darwin Temple in Marara with my family to pay our respects for the Shumben festival. Shumben, or Ancestors' Day, is a sacred Cambodian tradition to honor and remember loved ones who have passed through offerings, prayers, and acts of kindness. It was a privilege to share this moment and to meet Venerable Vienesa Khoi at the temple. I had the opportunity celebrating the Tet Trung Thu Vietnamese Mid-Autumn Festival with the Vietnamese Community ND chapter, who created a fun atmosphere. It was special to be invited to participate in handing out the lanterns to the children and taking part in a parade with them. It was a hard job to crown the best dancers on the evening, as Member for Brennan said earlier. Thank you for Mr. Lee, President, and Fong Lee for the terrific evening. I also thank Member for Casuarina for being there and then part of the celebration and spending time with the community. I would like to thank Midun Kisara, Naresh Reddy Jillala, and Bidla Srinivas from the Telangana Association of Darwin for inviting me for the Bathukama Festival 2025 at Kalimanian Hall. Bathukama is a unique cultural event that beautifully symbolizes the creativity and unity of Telugu women as they pay homage to Gauri Devi, the patron goddess of women and womanhood. Thank you to the Jewish community of the Northern Territory, Shabbat of rural and regional Australia, for welcoming me to the pre-Rosh Hashanah Shabbat dinner. It was a privilege to share in this special occasion, and I would like to thank Vida Goodwatch for the invitation. I was honored to join the celebration of 80th anniversary of Indonesian Independence Day on behalf of the Chief Minister and enjoy the evening with our Indonesian friends and community. Thank you to Consul Bagus Hendraning Kobasi for the warm hospitality and to all the wonderful dancers celebrating Indonesian culture. I would like to thank Minister for Asian Relations, Minister Karl, and Member for Wanguri for being there and celebrating along with the community. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Navratri festival in Marara was a spectacular evening of color, rhythm, and joyful dancing. Thank you to Hiranj Patel of the Gujarati Cultural Association of Darwin for inviting me to share in such a vibrant celebration. Congratulations to Multicultural Sports Association of Northern Territory Incorporated for successfully hosting the first ever T10 Cricket Cup in Darwin. I would like to congratulate all the organizers, players, and volunteers who made this milestone event possible. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I was delighted to have joined the Darwin Malayali Association for the Onam celebration. So I would like to thank President Monsi for welcoming me, and I was privileged to represent Honorable Chief Minister for the evening function. I would like to also thank Monsi from Darwin Malayali Association and Tejas from Darwin Malayali Forum for attending the event at Parliament and celebrating along with the community. Mr. Deputy Speaker, it was a joy to pop into Moon Festival celebration with the ND Timori Chinese Association. Thanks to Timmu and Kivile.